This is Just John Double O, and today's video I want to talk about don't wait to start and just start immediately. So this is what I've noticed in my life, and I know I'm not young anymore. I'm actually considered past a full-grown adult. I've actually completely finished my youth, and now I am 27 years old. So what I've noticed this year is that if you actually don't wait and you start immediately, you will actually find that you will actually not be nervous anymore. You will actually not have any sort of anxiety to what you're doing. You'll actually feel much more confident, and you'll actually have a hurdle that you actually wanted to always accomplish be completely completed, so that you can actually feel much better about yourself and never say that you lived with a regret and you would have doubted yourself if you never completed it or even started it to begin with. Now, this falls into the category of being opposite to doing something that is what is considered procrastinating and procrastination. So, one of the worst things about not starting and doing something immediately is you always imagine, right? You always have this vivid imagination of how it's gonna go and how you think it's gonna go, but in actuality, it never turns out that way. It usually always turns out in a way that you wouldn't even say is opposite to what you were imagining. It actually just turns into something that you couldn't have imagined in the first place. And this can go in both a negative way or in a positive way. Now, usually, if you have a really good mindset and a really strong mindset, which is what I recommend to do, and this is something I'm working on, is to always keep a positive mindset in the beginning, right? You should literally always tell yourself that you feel like you are beyond smart enough, you're much more courageous than you think, you're much more confident than you think, you are much more socially inclined than you think, and actually go through with what you want to start and try to see that it wasn't actually that much of a big deal when you actually started to do it and get into the routine of it. Now, I posted about maybe 50 plus videos on YouTube, and I've noticed that although it's not really about the viewership for me, while that would be nice to get, it's more so about the self expression that I'm trying to get out there and actually try to figure out for my own life. So let me know in the comments below if you've actually ever not started to wait something and you've done something immediately. Now, I know on my channel, I've noticed that a lot of my topics are very basic and standard slash surface level, and I don't really go into too much depth into them, or I don't really talk about the details of them. But one thing I will give myself credit for is that I posted about 50 videos of me just sharing my genuine opinion when it comes to things and what my take would be on when it comes to the subjects that I was writing about in my titles. And this actually is something that I've actually been wanting to do for a while. It's not that it hasn't gone the way I wanted to, but a lot of people wouldn't disagree with me and say that I wasn't actually trying at these videos. Now, what I want to improve on is many things, but I don't think it's really about sharing what you want to improve on. I think it's more so about doing said improvements so that you don't really have to really talk about it and say that you're going to do a bunch of stuff like you talk a big game, or the catchphrase talk is cheap, and you're not really going to fulfill any sort of potential when it comes to making it insert a said field when you want to take action towards that goal. But one thing I'll say is that since I didn't wait and I actually started my YouTube channel a couple months ago, it's actually gone just kind of the way I thought it was gonna go. It wasn't really about the viewership, it was more about the self-expression. And a lot of YouTubers have inspired me in the past, and social media content creators, so that I could actually get out there and post my own content. Now, one thing I've noticed is that a lot of people in my life have posted social media content, but the type of content that they post is more viral, trendy videos, which are great to me, and though there's more power to them when they do that, but no one's really had my unique take on it when it came to having opinion-based videos and actually trying to back them up by personal experiences, although they may be anecdotal. that's actually something that I've noticed. No one really has expressed themselves in opinion-based videos, talking about their points of views, whether people like them or not, whether people viewed them or not, or whether people even cared to watch them or not. But this is Just John O. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.